Have you ever noticed? Some people change the atmosphere around them without saying a single word. They don't shout. They don't plead with anyone. They just go silent, and suddenly the air changes. People become restless. People start looking for them. And those who always thought they knew them so well suddenly realize that in truth, they never knew anything about them. Imagine if you did the same. What if you stopped reacting immediately to everything? What if you chose silence instead of argument? What if, instead of responding to every little thing, you simply stepped back? What would happen then? This is where the real secret lies. When you stop being available all the time, in emotions, in words, in body, and in mind, people lose the tool they once used to control you. Because they always held you through your reactions. Sometimes through your anger, sometimes through your habit of saying yes too quickly, sometimes through your fears. But the day you cut those strings, the game changes. And on that very day, people realize that they never really knew you at all, when you suddenly become unavailable. Who panics? Who bursts into anger? Who keeps trying again and again to provoke you, just to pull out that old reaction? This reveals so much about them, and also about you. The truth is, you have been spending your energy on people who were never worthy of it. Every time you said yes, you made yourself smaller. Every time you gave an instant reply, you handed your power over to others. Every time you reacted emotionally, you burned your own blood. And at the end of the day, what are you left with? Fatigue, irritation, and an emptiness you cannot put into words. But let me tell you this, because you've been far too available to people who didn't even deserve a single moment of your silence. What I'm saying does not mean you should turn away from the world. It means you must choose yourself first. The great saints have said, true discipline is to know yourself. When you realize that silence is stronger than 1,000 arguments, a new power is born within you. When you step back, not to run away, but to come back into awareness, that retreat becomes an act of discipline. So let me ask you, how long will you stay chained to the emotions of others? How long will you dance like a puppet every time someone touches your wounds? Hasn't the time come to cut those strings? Become a little mysterious, because the day you stop being always available, from that day everything begins to change. Since childhood, we've been taught this. Always say yes, always keep everyone happy, always answer quickly, never let anyone get upset. And slowly we were made to believe that our worth lies only in how available we are. But the reality is the complete opposite. Being too available is not a virtue, it is a prison. The more available you are, the more you become a toy in the hands of others. People use you like a button. When they need attention, they press you. When they need entertainment, they find you. When they need support, they remember you. And once their work is done, they push you aside. How many times have you smiled just because you couldn't say no? How many times have you replied despite being exhausted, just because you were afraid someone might get upset? How many times have you hidden your true feelings just so no one would reject you? This is self-sacrifice. This is self-deception. And this is the trap in which most people are caught today. Even our energy is not infinite. Every yes, every reaction takes something out of us. And when this energy keeps getting wasted again and again, we become hollow. People don't really care about you. They only care about your usefulness, your company, your support, your sensitivity, as long as they need it. But the day you draw boundaries, the day you begin to say no more, that very day people start calling you change, strange, or cold. In truth, you haven't changed. It's just that you are no longer useful to them. And this is the biggest truth. The more available you are, the more your value falls. Because anything that's available all the time turns into scrap paper, worthless to anyone. Respect is only given to what requires effort to obtain. And if you're always around, why would anyone value you? So now think, who truly deserves your time? Who deserves your attention, your presence, your listening? And even more important, who deserves your absence? But before answering this question, we must understand, why do we react so quickly? Why do we always give in? Why is this habit of instant response so deeply rooted in us? Behind it lies our energy. Carl Jung once said, "The human mind is not a machine, it is an energy system. Every thought, every emotion, every reaction consumes a part of our inner energy. Now the real question is, do you decide where your energy goes? Or does the world decide it for you? When you respond to someone's worthless criticism, when you explode instantly at someone's provocation, when you keep trying to please people who never value you, what you're really doing is wasting your life energy in places from which you will never receive anything back. Jung said, "What you resist persists." Think, every time you react again and again, you get trapped deeper into the same net. This is why so many people are always exhausted. They're not weak. Their energy is simply flowing into the wrong places. And when a person is constantly drained, they become vulnerable. Remember this, an exhausted person is not a lion, they are prey. Such people are quickly recognized. Those who exploit your tiredness, your restlessness, your habit of reacting to everything. They know you will reply every time. They know you cannot say no. They know you will keep carrying everyone's burdens, and so they place their own burdens on your shoulders. But Jung also said, the true mind is one that knows how to conserve its energy. This means learn to say no without guilt, learn to be silent without fear, learn to watch without reacting. Because true strength is not in reacting, it is in taking the right action at the right time. How many nights have you stayed awake, replaying unfinished conversations in your head? How many hours have you spent thinking, what should I have said? Why did he say that? Why didn't I reply? All of this is energy leakage. You are keeping old shadows alive, and they keep pulling you back. Energy is a shield. When you preserve it, your presence itself commands respect. You walk into a room, and without saying a word, people are drawn toward you. This happens only when your energy is protected within. But if your energy is scattered, you get ignored. Even your words carry no impact. You appear weak, broken, so start observing. Which words instantly provoke you? Which situations make you lose patience? Which triggers keep pulling you back into the same old patterns? These are your biggest leaks. This is where your energy flows out. If you can identify these points, slowly you will reclaim your power. But remember, this doesn't mean becoming a stone. It means becoming aware, not cold, not meaningless, but conscious and your own master. Jung also explained that when a person learns to preserve their energy, the shadows of others can no longer control them. Those who want to mold you into their image, those who want to make you a mirror of their emotions, their power breaks. And this is where the game deepens. Those who have been feeding on your kindness, those who have always leaned on your support, those who fear your silence. What they truly fear is losing the energy they fed upon. Like a vine that survives only by clinging to a strong tree. And the day the tree stops bending, that vine begins to wither. So next time you say no, next time you don't react, next time you go silent, know this, the game is shifting. Your unavailability is their crisis, and this crisis forces them to look within. Your silence is not weakness, it is the strength of your soul. But from here, the journey becomes even more intense. Because those who have used you till now will suddenly grow restless. They will provoke you, they will criticize you, they will call you strange. The truth is, the problem is not with you. The problem is that you're no longer part of their game. And that is the next step. When you step into conscious silence, when you stop reacting, the deepest games of the world start revealing themselves to you. The game of silence. The modern world is drowning in noise. Everyone wants to speak. Everyone wants to respond instantly. Everyone wants to prove their point, even at the cost of their peace. But real power, true power, does not lie in the noise of words. It lies in the depth of silence. Listen carefully. This silence is not the silence of cowardice. It is aware silence. The kind of silence that makes presence even deeper. The kind of silence that speaks more than words ever can. When you stop reacting, you start observing. And when you start observing, you begin to see patterns that were always hidden from your eyes. The same people, the same situations, the same games, repeating again and again. In silence, all of this becomes clear. And once it becomes clear, awareness rises within you. This awareness is dangerous for those who want to control you. Because the day you begin to see, their game becomes useless. You may have noticed some people become restless when you don't reply, when you don't explain, when you suddenly go quiet. This is not their love, it is their fear, because your silence steals their script. As long as you keep talking, you are trapped in their play. But the day you fall silent, you change the rules. And this imbalance drives crazy those who once lived off your every reaction. Understand this. True silence is not the absence of sound. True silence is mastery over your energy. It is the choice of which battles to enter and which ones to walk away from. To become a person, you need distance, because only in silence can you hear your own voice, free from the world's noise. But even this silence comes with a price. Some people will drift away from you. Some will call you cold, strange. Some will call you arrogant. But the truth is, they never wanted to understand you. They only ever looked at you through the lens of their own needs. And when you choose silence, when you are no longer available, they begin to lose you. But listen, you are not losing others. You are finding yourself slowly. This silence begins to sculpt you from within. Your drained energy starts returning. Your true face begins to rise. Your center within begins to grow stronger. And then you notice those relationships that were only drama begin to fall away. Those places filled only with noise begin to grow distant. Yes, it hurts. You will feel you are alone. You will feel you are wrong. You will feel everything has changed. But remember, this pain is the pain of birth. This loneliness is not weakness. This loneliness is strength. When you stop being available for everyone, you become available for yourself. This is true rebirth. This is true freedom. No one can pull your strings anymore. No one can scratch your wounds to make you dance, because now you are grounded in silence. And this silence is your greatest shield. And finally, remember this truth. When you are available to everyone, you become cheap. But when you choose silence, you become priceless. In this world, whatever exists in abundance loses its value, and what is rare, that commands respect. So make your silence rare. Make your presence precious. Protect your energy, because this is the greatest discipline of life, and this is your true freedom.